not equal, no, not fair. And I got a shotgun spare. Teddy got 1, 2, that's a pair.
And now for something completely different.
Hey family, welcome back. TeddyGrey back on stuff today. More 21 Pilots. Lane Boy, the official video. Now, since I've been on this sort of rock / metal journey, these guys have been suggesting more and more and more. This rock and metal journey, I've only just started it, so of course there will be more and more bands coming up. But the 2-hour-long ones that I've done in System of a Down and Rage Against the Machine, they've both now been blocked. And also Chop Suey, my reaction to Chop Suey by System of a Down was blocked. I don't know why they keep being retroactively blocked, so I don't know why that is. The label's just hoovering up all money that they sort of can. As long as it's going to the artist, I don't mind, but it rarely ever does, so it's just the labels being greedy. However, those reactions, along with any other of the blocked ones, will be available on the Patreon, as always. If this gets blocked, it will of course be on the Patreon. I'll try and keep it up for as long as I can before they block it, but as soon as they block it, there's nothing I can do. I dispute it and then the dispute gets rejected. And I do provide screenshots on this as well, because if a YouTuber said that to me, I kind of think he might be lying, but I'm genuinely not. And it is demoralizing because I spend a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of passion goes into this. So it's always annoying when people don't get to see it. But if you want to go there, you can do. I made it as little as $2 for people, or £2. I think it works out like $2.40, something like that. I don't know, but it's not a lot of money. Won't break the bank for you, and it's hours and hours worth of entertainment. Without further ado, like, comment, subscribe. Let's go. Lane Boy. Come on. Okay. He said we'll have a tempo change, and he changed the tempo of his vocality. Ooh, okay. The tempo that he went with in the beginning, they say stay in your lane, boy, lane, boy. That's kind of like a reggae tempo almost. And which is weird as well, because he's saying stay. They say stay in your lane, boy. Like, stay in your lane means to do the thing that you're expected to do. Stay in your lane. That means that as an artist, you've been pigeonholed, and that's all people want to hear from you, you know? That's why rappers find it difficult to get into singing. Singers find it difficult to rap. I'm sure people in rock find it difficult to do rap. Oh my God, that must be why people are hating on that Ronathan Radke. People hate Ronathan Radke. Fortunately, it's not the majority of people. I personally like a tempo and a genre change. Why are people in hazmat suits behind him? With red, maybe they've got blood on their hands. I don't know.
Lane boy, we go where we want to. They think this thing is a highway, but will they be alive tomorrow? They think this thing is a highway. If it was highway, we'd have a tempo change every other time change. Cause our minds change on what we think is good. I wasn't raised in the hood, but I know a thing or two about pain and darkness. If it wasn't for this music, I don't know how I would have thought this. Regardless, all these songs I'm hearing are so heartless. Don't trust a perfect person and don't trust a song that's flawless. Honest, there's a few songs on this record that feel common. I'm in constant confrontation with what I want and what is popping in the industry. It seems to me that singles on the radio are currency. My creativity's on the free when I'm playing shows. They say stay in your lane.
God damn. Now, I can understand if you're not accustomed to rap, then you might think that that's like a, I don't know, this sort of subject, like wanting to do something different. This is expressed so much throughout rap by so many different artists, so many different rappers. They express this so often. The fact that once you get into rap, it's very, very difficult to move on and do something else, because not only people as in fans, but also people in your circle, they expect something of you. They expect you to be a certain way. Do you know what I mean? So it's difficult for you to sort of branch out and do anything different when that's expected of you. This sentiment has been raised a lot in the rap community. So it's very good that he's bringing it onto like a, I would say rock, but it's not really. I don't know what is this? Is this indie? What would you class this as? I don't know. But him saying that he has like a juxtaposition in his mind of like what he wants to do and what's popping. Brilliant.
What we think is good. I wasn't raised in the hood, but I know a thing or two about pain and darkness. If it wasn't for this music, I don't know how I would have fought this. Regardless, all these songs I'm hearing are so heartless. Don't trust a perfect person and don't trust a song that's flawless. Honest, there's a few songs on this record that feel common. I'm in constant confrontation with what I want and what is popping in the industry. It seems to me that singles on the radio are currency. My creativity's on the free when I'm playing shows. They say in your lane, boy, but we go where we want to. They think this thing is a highway, but will they?
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with him. Singles on the radio are currency, but that's how it should be. Like the radio should play. Singles on the radio are currency. No, that's not how it is. That's how it should be. He's saying that that's a bad thing, but it's not. Having a single on the radio should be the currency, but the problem is the establishment. The problem is radio. That's the problem. It's that they don't play what people want to hear. They play what they want people to hear. Those are two completely different things. If the radio played what people want to hear, it would play something very, very different. Because people yearn for something else, and that notion is only exemplified when you get these one-hit wonders. A lot of these one-hit wonders, their songs are about a pressing need for something. You know, it's often like a song about like 9 to 5, or a song about disenfranchised people. It's often those ones that are the one-hit wonders, and that's because people have collectively decided that they want to hear that. But yet, the next few weeks on the radio, it's ass and titties, and it's drugs and money again. Because that's what they want people to hear. Because I don't know, the establishment wants an entire class of people that are just easily programmable. So if you're drugged out of your mind, you're easily programmable. Jesus Christ, this opens up like a whole different conversation. 21 pilots, man. How many pilots does it take to screw in a light bulb? What am I even talking about?
My creativity's on the free when I'm playing shows. They say in your lane, boy.
That was the other thing I wanted to say. My creativity it only feels free when I'm playing shows. But that's not the time to be creative, because that's real people that have paid a lot of money to come and see you for the music that they like. So I don't know why at a live show you try and do something different. You should be giving the people what they want at that point. It's on the radio and shit that you should be doing the different stuff, because that's getting it out to masses that didn't know they wanted it. Whereas the people going to shows know what they want. Do you know what I mean? I feel like he's got that backwards, and I don't know if he's done that on purpose or not. Maybe this was like back in the day when he was a bit more jaded and maybe a bit like misinterpreting his own feelings or something, I don't know. But I feel like he may have misspoke there, because that's how it should be. That is how it should be. At least in order for you to maintain any sort of run like that anyway, because I'd be interested to see if 21 Pilots, and I haven't checked, but I'd be interested to see if they, like the billions of views that they got a few years ago, are they still getting that for the new releases now? Are they still getting that? Because if not, then the point that he was making here, he was wrong. If his stuff's not getting that anymore, because that's clearly not what the people want.
It's popping in the industry. It seems to me that a currency. My creativity's on the street when I'm playing shows. They say stay in your lane, boy, lane, boy. And we go where we want to. They think this thing is a highway, highway. But will they be alive tomorrow? Baby, alive tomorrow. I'm sorry for that question I asked last. Scared you a bit like a hazmat in a gas mask. If you ask that, my brother, he likes when I rap fast. But let's backtrack, back to this. Would you live in that foreign that list? But the problem is, there's another
That's like that logic thing. Well, let's backtrack. Like, let me talk about something that that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Let me backtrack. It's kind of like a freestyle, but it's not freestyled. Maybe his brother Zach is in one of those hazmat masks. Maybe the hazmat suited people represent like the media or the establishment. Hazmat, like they're toxic, you know, but they're only like they're toxic or they're around toxicity, but they protect themselves from it.
Baby, I'll have tomorrow. I'm sorry for that question I asked last. Scared you a bit like a hazmat in a gas mask. If you ask that, my brother, he likes when I rap fast. But let's backtrack, back to this. Would you live in that foreign that list? But the problem is, there's another list that exists and no one really wants to think about this. Forget sanity, forget salary, forget vanity, my morality. If you get in between someone I live with me, you're gonna feel the heat of my cavalry. All these songs I'm hearing are so heartless. Don't trust a perfect person and don't trust a song that's flawless. They say stay in your lane, boy, lane, boy. And we go where we want to. They think this thing is a highway, highway. But will they be alive tomorrow? They say stay in your lane, boy, lane, boy. And we go where we want to. They think this thing is a highway, highway. But will they be alive tomorrow?
Are we getting drum and bass? I'm only just realising that, but those drums are live. Oi! Okay, so one of them's Tyler, one of them's Josh, and Tyler is the one who does the vocals, right? Tyler's the one who sings. The name Tyler, very easy to remember. It's my brother's name. Shouts out to you, Ty, if you are watching. Those drums are live. I've never seen drum and bass with live drums. I'll be honest with you. Fame, success. Ooh, so that was what the hazmat suits were. They represented fame and success. So, I don't think I was right. I could make it seem like I was right by saying that the people who are behind the fame and success, the establishment, they are kind of protecting themselves from the toxicity by wearing these gas masks. It's like self-protection. Fame and success. But the thing inside the suit is safe. I am lost on the metaphor now. Somebody explain it to me in the comment section. And I hope that I can't poke a hole in your argument as to why this makes sense. I sincerely hope. Tempted by control, tempted by temptation. They say stay low. Maybe even as low as like a depressive state. I don't know.
Maybe I'll have tomorrow.
Huh. Awesome. Huh. Okay. I mean, it gives a lot to think about, and obviously the subject matter is very obvious. He's definitely speaking on, I mean, more than anything, he's sort of speaking on the culture, you know? Because it's not the fault of corporations. It's not the fault of corporations. This guy's got it backwards, man. It's not the fault of corporations. It's culture. It's the people. It's us. It's us being fecking degenerates. We own the markets. I know that physically they own the market, but if we decided that we weren't going to eat meat anymore, they wouldn't produce meat anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's us. If we decided that we were not accepting any more talk about drugs, money, tits, arse, if we decided as a collective we're not engaging with it anymore, any song that's like that on the radio, we're turning the radio off, they would see sales decline, they would see things decline, they would then make changes within the market to appease us. But there's not enough of us that think that. It's the culture that is at fault. It's not these corporations. They go wherever the money is. And in music, the money is where the ears are. Do you know what I mean? It's not the fault of the corporations. They put money behind those people, but that's because that's what the people want. That's why it seems like it's their fault, the corporations. It seems like it's their fault. But they're just going where the money is. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. That's a whole different conversation, because then that's like capitalism is the problem. A lack of democracy is the problem. But that's too political. I'm talking, in the case of music, the reason why the scene is at the state that it's at is because of public demand. And the public demand, it's not there for that. It's not there for that. I say that, as I explained before, the one-hit wonders, they are tapping on social issues, and they do become very, very popular very, very quickly. Money is put behind those people, but then they fall off, you know? Because the overwhelming majority of people would just prefer to hear a story about some tits and some ass and how a guy gets money and how he fucks bitches or something to that effect. I don't know. I stopped listening to that kind of music a long, long time ago. You get to a stage where you just get bored of it. But the people, like, you're always at that stage when you're at your most ignorant, which is usually in your teens, you know? That's when you do a lot of your consuming for like music. You've got a lot of free time to be listening to a lot of music, I know for a fact, I do this now for a living, and yet I know I listened to way more music in my teens than I do on a daily basis now. I know that for a fact. And I know for a fact, as I was a teenager, most teenagers are fucking idiots. So that's what they consume. That's what I consumed when I was that age. It just is what it is. But again, the problem is with the culture, because the culture then, we are not getting into this conversation. I'm not doing it because I don't want to put this one out on the Patreon. I want to put it out on YouTube. And if I'm doing that, I need the retention. People will have switched off after 2 minutes of me rambling, talking shit. So I'll see you guys on the next one.